What's up, everybody? This is Gina Ifoe, the one and only African superstar, coming to bring you an important message. First, big shout outs to the customers of the Afrikansuperstar.com, our members only, and those of you that have been supporting our music project. We got it in the tank. We have the videographer booked for it early January, so the new video for Ghana is Good For Me is coming. So big shout outs to those of you that have contributed. Some of my Ghanaian friends and businesses here have chipped in to help support your African superstar. So much love to you guys. New music on the way. Today I want to deliver my first message of the new year. Now, I know that technically it's still December, but I've already just moved ahead. You know what I'm saying? That's just how ahead of the game I am. I've just moved into, the new year, new me. Y'all know that. People say that adage all the time. And basically, my mentality going into this year and what I would promote other diasporans here on the continent is you cannot help others more than they want to help themselves. So big shout outs first of all to the African Superstar family. Guys, let's go ahead and escalate our platform back to where it was, our rightful place during the course of 2022. So please do assist me. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos, get the good word out. Let's make a concerted effort to rise again from the ashes. In doing this is one of the mentalities that I know that is very important. I see many members of the diaspora, there are YouTubers here, there are other speakers, there are entrepreneurs, and in some ways they are very burdened by the diaspora back in the world, telling us which direction to go to, criticizing every move that we make, a lack of support in some of our projects, and all kind of things like that. And what you have to know and what you have to prioritize is, at this time, your individual success. Okay? I know that, you may have come to the continent and you begin to experience it, or you're passionate about the continent, or you see the abundance of opportunities. But the reality is those of us here on the ground have got to focus on elevating ourselves and providing opportunities for those people around us. Unfortunately, trying to get everyone to come collectively together doesn't really work, because there's a lack of support there. But what I have seen is there are some people that feel subservient in life. Okay, they feel like they always need a leader. They feel like they always need someone to give them direction. They are lazy. They want someone else to do the work. And people as a whole like to be a part of movements. That's why there's things like trends and hashtags and things like this, because people get interested when the masses follow certain movements. With that being said, it usually is sparked by some type of anomaly or some type of superstar or someone who is the underdog that has been able to escalate. That's when people are ready to pay attention. We cannot waste and exert our energy here on the continent trying to convince others about what we have not manifested ourselves. So in this first message, I really, really, really want to promote you to kind of tune out to what is going on around you, all those voices, all those critics, all those people giving you unwanted advice, and focus on how can you, escalate yourself. That is my primary goal for 2022. Escalating the African superstar up, above this current situation. And I think at that point, you are able to attract more of an audience. Prime example, look at like Wodamaya. Big shout outs to Wodamaya. He recently achieved 1 million subscribers. He's the first Ghanaian YouTuber to do it. And, I remember some of his videos. I've been a friend with Wodamaya for several years now. I first met him when his platform maybe was around or less than 100,000. I met him in Nappy Briggs here in Ghana, but I have been in contact with Wodamaya for several months prior when he was, when he took his initial trip to Kenya. And I missed him by a day in Zanzibar when I was venturing out there in 2019. So I remember Wodamaya talking about, and other YouTubers have also expressed how difficult it is to do collaborations with certain YouTubers, how difficult it is to get people to cooperate and participate if you're trying to do videos, you're trying to, and it's difficult. And it's true. If you are a YouTuber, people are going to look at your name. If you say, I'm a YouTuber, they're going to Google you up and see, oh, wow, okay, you have so many subscribers. Wow, you have a big Instagram. Oh, you have your own website. If they go to your channel and they see you have 50 subscribers, sometimes it's difficult for you to be able to work with certain people. Now, at Wodamaya's position, with just a few years under his belt, because like I said, I met him 2019. I'm pretty sure I met him in June of 2019. I believe he hit 100K during 2019 at some point. So I'm not sure exactly where his subscribers were. But the point is, from 100 to 1 million in the course of a few years. Now, I'm pretty sure there's not any platform that Wodamaya would contact that wouldn't be willing to work with him. He now has so much power in regards to his viewers to be able to garner support. I've seen him do certain charity initiatives. I've seen him, circulate GoFundMes for people that are having some kind of tragedy or whatever. He has changed the course of a lot of people's YouTube channels, businesses, all kind of things, and ultimately put a spotlight on the continent and expose a lot of what's available in various African nations. I tell you guys all this to say that had Wodamaya been preoccupied with a lot of other things going on, family issues, friends issues, issues in Ghana, issues on the continent, had he not just persisted and said, you know what, I'm going to go forward with this channel, people would insult Wodamaya, people have insulted me, lots of other YouTubers. You have to persist on. And those of us on the continent, we came here for various different reasons, but I think one of the synonymous reasons is that we want to have a better life than what we had in the West. And if you have children or planning families, you also want your children to be in a better position. We can only achieve that if we actually lay down the groundwork. So I'm going to tell you a little story before I wrap up today. Big shout outs to the family. I know y'all wish this was a live video, but no, I got somewhere to go today. So the place that I live, I live in the East Legon area. And a few weeks ago, I was actually talking to my landlord about the property. And he told me that originally his grandfather got the land, East Legon. That was probably several years ago, maybe decades ago. And he said that his father actually developed it. And originally the place I live was a hostel, It was a hostel actually for students. So there's a nearby university and the kids would come and stay, in these hostels for a few months or whatever while they were doing their courses at this university. And he has now converted the hostel building into individual units, and having apartments and things like that. And what I realized was this is a prime example of generational wealth. And this is what we should be focused as the diaspora coming here to the continent, is to establish the generational wealth. We've got to understand that the movements that we're necessarily taking, we may not see the fruit. When the grandfather bought that land, he had no idea that his grandson, in 30 years, 40 years, or however long it's been, was going to earn a living from this land, was going to do further things to this land, that it was going to become an asset. And do you know how much stress it alleviates when you have the option of working for the family business or enterprise? For all of us that have dealt with systematic racism in the workplace, how nice would it have been if we could have just abandoned corporate America and go work at grandma and grandpa's company, mom, dad, aunt, uncle, something. Not only are we not going to deal with nonsense, but we might even get preferential treatment. These are the things that we should be focused on. And I really, 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 really want to encourage those of us coming. If you're preoccupied with a lot of external things, you're worried about COVID, you're worried about the vaccine, you're worried about your family back in America, back in Europe, you're worried about this, that, you're not going to be effective because you're not going to be putting your energy in the right place. So this is my first message of the new year. Like I said, I'm ahead of the game. Okay, I don't know what they're doing, but I'm already in 2022. I'm already activating my game plan. I've already thought it through, and that is the goal. Elevate yourself on the continent. You will be more beneficial to more people that way. Trust me. And when you get high, they will come clamoring to you, asking you. They'll want to hear you then. They'll want to have conversations with you then. They'll want to listen to you then and pay attention to what you got to say because you've made it up. You now have an example to go along with your ideology, you know? So big shout outs to the African Superstar family. Happy New Year. Please leave your comments below. Again, make sure you're subscribed to our channel if you have not. And until we meet again, stay black and true. If you ain't black, just stay true.